Season, Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Well, here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
And the Eagles first down.
Back to the left, it's caught. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
That's another Eagles first down.
Zone read, it's a give to Dillon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. It's Dillon here on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
That's another Eagles first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He keeps it and takes off. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dillon has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of the win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Zone read, they'll get it to Hubbard. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game. 5 men now in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12.
3rd and long for him here. He's going for it himself. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
So as they face 4th down, on comes Corey Bajorquez to kick. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team or quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and you might even hear a few birds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And an Eagles first down.
Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Tackle made by a former Eagle. There's T.J. Edwards.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Eagles are in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Giants and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hubbard again. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's brought down at the line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. He finds space for a few yards that time. Tackle made by Jared Reed.
It's a gain of 3.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
13 yards on the play. That's another Giants 1st down.
Daniels on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Daniels keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running right, here's Hubbard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run again with Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming.
A 2-yard pickup.
Air it out on 3rd.
And 6.
And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a 4th down decision to make.
4th down.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This, 42 yards from the right hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. And motion a receiver left. They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. With the second level at the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
His pass incomplete on the throwaway.
Running out of the pistol, it's Dillon. And he'll find that for a few. It's 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Daniels setting up the play action. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, looking for options. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Giants first down.
Here's Daniels. Finds his man over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Daniels off the play action. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Coverage by Bobby Okereke.
Out of the shotgun, a gift to Hubbard. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Taken down.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To the air on 3rd and long. Dumps it underneath, Hubbard. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Eagles and A.J. Dillon ready to begin their next drive. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Design quarterback run here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. The Giants and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. First and 10, it's Hubbard. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Play action now with Daniels. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And it's third down now. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one complete to Diggs. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sends this to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. And just can't finish the play.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Charbonnet now up the middle. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Third and short, Daniels. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
That's another Giants first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants get some late points and the lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants push their lead to 3.
Eagles 7.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Wilson with it on first. That's incomplete left side. We'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Third and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
And an Eagles first down. A 51-yard gain. First down, Eagles.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
This one is up and good. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And it's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They're all set now. 1st and 10.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, Daniels to the air. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke.
Best defenses you go look at through the decades are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Wilson on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Wilson now from the gun. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Giants and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's going to have them up to that 23. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Final throw before the break. This one finds Goddard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. First call here coming from the shotgun. Start of this third quarter, it's Hubbard. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Daniels to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. The Giants are set to punt. Return amounts to much. They bring him down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now begin the drive with Dillon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Wilson keeping it here. Oh, the football's loose. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25.
Daniels. We've got a screen to the running back. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Complete to Chuba Hubbard. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Dillon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Wilson. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw.
Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now Wilson on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
19 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They'll try the left side with Dillon. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Defense shows blitz. Wilson finds Njoku complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It's a gain of 2.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Here's Wilson to the air. Has the hook up again to Njoku. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Eagles 1st down. A gain of 15. And an Eagle 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. Has room into the secondary, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles now lead by 10.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The XP is up and good. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
21. Giants 10.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard
Only
line.
one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line. No gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Out of the gun, Daniels. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Head coach Nick Sirianni readying the Eagles for their next series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
44-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun given out of Dillon. Defense there to contain things as he tried to get it outside. No yards for him on 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, I have a win in just a little while, too. Third and just 2 to go. They'll go again with Dillon. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Going right back to Dillon. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. And after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Wilson on the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Running up the middle, Dillon. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
They send him left out of the slot. Wilson keeping it here. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for our Eagles. First down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Dillon on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
3rd and long for him here. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here on 4th. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Completed over the middle. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. To the air again. Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
37. And the Giants, 1st down.
On the pistol here, very much Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Daniels now. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game.
Eagles 28, Giants 17.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles, and A.J. Dillon ready to begin their next drive. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Dillon, a first down carry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action now, Wilson. He finds his running back. It's A.J. Dillon. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Wilson's going to slide down as he finds enough for the first.
A gain of 17 yards. And an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Getting out of the pistol, it's Dillon. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action, it's Wilson. He's going deep this time. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And throw, 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And that will bounce out of bounds. The Giants offense all set to get started. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
It's Hubbard on the option. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play. Working quickly here.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
3rd and short. Daniels has him on the quick hitter. And he has this down to the 34. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants at a 2-score deficit. It's a screen pass. Charbonnet. And they take him down right along the 30. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds Charbonnet underneath. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd
To throw.
and 3.
Pass complete to Goddard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9.
The Giants using their first time out.
The Giants first down.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation. That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Man in motion, headed right. Here he is to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Lane. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Giants and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. New York to the line. 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Setting up to pass. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now to throw. Vacates quickly left side. Past the line, he's going to run for it. Daniels hit, he lost the football. And the Eagles get to it.
You know, in a situation like that, I mean, this is a perfect situation with football. Offensively, just get out of your own end zone. But those defenses, they can just smell it. It's like they chased it. And they know you've got your back against the wall. They're aggressive. They take the ball away. That is a win-win for this defense.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef feels good. Kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Ooh, with a juke. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the ground, this is Amari Hampton. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Straight ahead is Hall.
First down.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 61 yards. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
39-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one too low. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, steal. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Steele. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Bears, first down.
The Bears had 8 and 5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
First down. First down and goal.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
For the field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He finds Smith and Jigba. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 62 yards and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. That is clean. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 of the 34. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
here's Mayfield. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A give, running right is Hall. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Packers 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. And complete to Smith and Jigba. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 27.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Packers.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Hall again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. And that one too wide and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 34. Sly able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Steele. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And the Bears 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Steele. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, Watson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try it with Steele. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown Bears.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play action. Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Watson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Schultz. They work now on 2nd and 9. Watson. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Packers first down.
Here's Watson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down. First and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the ground, here's Watson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Again, they go with Watson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone. Keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brought you.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now Mayfield. Touchdown Bears! T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point up and through, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Gets past one man. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A gain of 9 yards.
Watson, off play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll give to Hall. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll try and do this himself. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit of
rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall. He stiff arms him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Packers, 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Packers.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That's another Packers 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Packers.
Hall again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 4-yard line.
Zone read, a give to Hampton. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Watson now to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, those are the ones that eat at you as a kicker. Tie game, 3rd quarter. This is one you know you should make. Instead, you miss it, and it's jubilation on the other sideline.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Mayfield down. And he's got Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
2 yards. And the Bears first down.
Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
They go play action. Mayfield.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 21.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Straight ahead, steal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Steal once more.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
Mayfield to throw it.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball again on 2nd down.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man,
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Hampton. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. A good pick up there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Now Watson. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. On the give, it's Steele. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. The visitors' offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll work inside here. Hampton gets around him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try and do this himself. A quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Running left, it's Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Give here to Hampton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Jackson. Smith and Jigba with the grab. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? No. This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Romo on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been the focal point of this offense. And when you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably add that the offensive line play has also been stellar. And that's definitely been the case here. This pass out wide to Hall. Second down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Now Jackson. Finding Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Jackson. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
It's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 39-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here's Baker. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Slings this deep from the corner. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Mayfield. A short throw to Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
Now Mayfield. Left side, he finds Pierce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Short throw to Smith. And he will have the Bears first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
They'll hand it to Steele. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Steele. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Tyler Gordon on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the ground is Steele. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 14. 1st down.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Jackson, Smith, and Jimbo. A gain of 4.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers 1st down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. On the draw, it's Hall. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. A draw play, Hampton.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Packers, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.